Hi, welcome to this video, which is in the category of knowledge nuggets. The title of this video is Concepts, Conflicts, Confrontations. This is a sequential process in our daily life. We have acquired concepts and new concepts, and sometimes in the present situation in which we live, they conflict. And how do we confront the conflict and take a step forward in our life is the main reason why this particular topic is chosen. I'll start with a small story. One day, some people came to a great Buddhist master and asked him, how can you be happy in a world of such impermanence? The master held up a glass and said, someone gave me this beautiful crystal ware, and I really like this glass. It holds my water admirably well, and it glistens in the sunlight. I touch it and it rings. One day, the wind may blow it off the shelf, or my elbow may knock it off the table. And I say, of course, when I understand the glass is already broken, every moment with it is precious. Yeah, impermanence is a fact of life, but that should not be a debilitating stumbling block in our lives. So the master understands the ultimate reality of his object of happiness. The question which we discuss here tries to answer ultimate nature which is not anchored in predictable but always in a flux of change. Life is a process of concepts, conflicts, and daily confrontations. The world has seen rapid changes in the last 500 years in concepts. These changes are evolving at an exponential rate. As discoveries and technology and man's insight into the nature of things expand, we are faced with this rapid change which leads us far ahead of our daily understanding of what is happening. These changes result in new concepts which lead us to conflicts with our grounded existential base on which our lives evolves. Through confrontation, we must reposition our state of mind to have a healthy existence when we are in this world. Let me trace a few such changes and how we have responded in the past. We then can see what are the conflicts that resulted. We will then examine how we confronted these changes and how we responded, from which we can learn how to reposition ourselves in our thinking towards what's happening right now so that we can lead a more contented and happy life. Finally, we will study the nature of these conflicts and examine the complexities and the needed response. Repositioning our response to ensure the quality of our lives remains at an optimum level is the need of the hour. I would like to take a look at 4 changes which drastically repositioned human response. First is the geocentric to heliocentric understanding of the world of nature. It was not until the 16th century that a mathematical model of the heliocentric system was presented by the Renaissance mathematician, astronomer, and Catholic cleric Nicholas Copernicus, leading to the Copernican revolution. With the observation of William Herschel, Frederick Bessel, and other astronomers, it was realized that the Sun, while near the barycenter of the solar system, was not at the center of the universe. This completely toppled the concepts of the Catholic and Christian theology. Next was the discovery of quantum nature of the universe. Niels Bohr, Max Planck, and Albert Einstein are considered to be the founding fathers of quantum theory, first proposed in 1920. Then came the third major change, the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. August 6th, the first atom bomb was dropped on Hiroshima and on August 9th at Nagasaki. The perceptions from the perpetrator and the victim are analyzed here. Hiroshima was the center of the true Pure Land school of Buddhism or the Shin Buddhism, while Nagasaki was the center of the Catholic faith. The victim response in Hiroshima of those survivors was that it was a God's punishment for the wickedness and atrocities of the Japanese nation. While Nagasaki, the people who survived the bombing there, thought the bombs killed people and they were the sacrificial lambs chosen by God because of their unblemished nature. What a totally different way of looking at life and the tragedy that happens to them. Next, and finally, let us look at what's happening right now. The current propagation of knowledge in the post-truth era. Oxford Dictionary definition has added post-truth as one of the accepted words and is defined by Oxford Dictionary as follows. Relating to circumstances in which people respond more to feelings and beliefs than to facts. This is to be studied and thought of and reflected deeply. This is exactly what is happening today in politics, in religion, in every sphere of public influence. Post-truth politics, the so-called post-factual politics, post-reality politics, is a political culture where true or false, honesty or lying have become a focal concern of public life. These are viewed by popular commentators and academic researchers alike as having an important causal role in how politics operates. Why I chose these four concepts of reality in various domains is that the arena of influence affects increasing number of people is complex in nature. The solution lies in the arena of education where open-minded multidiscipline learning is essential. Yeah, this has been what I have been really talking to various audiences and telling them that today we need to have a very open mind and a multidisciplinary learning to weed out all the misconception that we have into our lives. Certain social media plays a vitally important damaging role. Especially as youngsters are more hooked onto the social media and they do not have the maturity to weed out what is a problem that they are faced with, and it is accepted that everything that comes on these media are absolute truth, while many of the facts that are put out are actually what we now define as a post-truth based on emotions and feelings, not on actual facts. This is what I wanted to share with you. Go through this video, reflect, and you will be able to understand that this progression of reality is very damaging as we go through unless we are able to expand our knowledge, our perception of the world from a much larger domain. Thank you for watching and have a great life.